Well, I went electric. Instead of using the old American top stovetop canner or water bath canner, big old great big pot, I decided to go electric. Now this is my original Instapot. Has no canning features whatsoever, but it's big enough that I can water bath half pints. Push it down a little bit more. Uh, Anything that needs half pints in these three areas, I can water bath. Okay. Because it's got a feature like boil or whatever, I can boil water in it. And I just put it on vent, set my timer, like, till it comes up to boiling, and I can water bath these three sizes of canning stuff. Now moving on to the one that does have canning ability, which is my power pressure canner. I've had it for a few years. And it has a canning feature. All these will do other things: cook rice, beans, stews, whatever. But I do use the first one for cooking my chicken for my pets, dogs. But now this one here is strictly my canner. I can three sizes in it: the half pints and the pints. And like I said, it has a pressure deal up to uh, 12.5 pounds per pressure per square inch. Well, I live around 1,000 foot. So my pressure gate deal is, according to the canning pressure book, is around 10 pounds per square inch. So basically, it'll cover anything that I need canned. But now for its jar size, it'll only cover the half pints and the pints. Now moving on to the Instapot canner. Now you can set the elevation, you can set the temperature. It's got three levels: 5 pounds, 10 pounds, and 15 pounds, I believe it is. I set it on high, and it will do pints, half pints, and canning. Now moving on to the Nesco. Let me move you down a little bit there. Oh, moving on down to the Nesco. Now the Nesco will do the half pints. You can double stack them. It's got a rack in there to do it. It's got two different deals on top for a 10 pound and a 15 pound. But it does quarts. So it'll do quarts, pints, and half pints. But I went electric versus using my old American. I still got it, or my Prestone stovetop canners and my water bath canner. These here, I can pretty well set them and walk away from them. So with the other stovetop, you can't do that. You have to stand there and watch it, make sure it don't overpressurize and the whole 9 yards. But these are easy, quick, and very helpful for me. And because I put a lot of canned goods up, I remember what God told Noah: get yourself ready. Disaster's coming. Well, I'm telling you the same thing. Get yourself ready. I ain't God, but I know to watch the signs and the seasons. Get yourself ready because there's going to be a shortage of something. And besides that, even if you have minor disasters, first thing you got to have is something to eat. That's my motto. Something to drink, something to eat, and some kind of shelter and clothing, this, that, and the other. Well, if you put up enough food in the root cellar and this, that, and the other, it's hard to blow that away. Might flood, but these jars are tight enough. This is my apple sauce. I did 12 of them just the other day. I did them in a water bath. So not everything has to be pressurized, but it is good to have a machine or a pot that you can pressurize into. Like I said, the Nesco, the Instapot, and the Power Pressure. Oh, I think I'll put out by 3 different companies. Now, my old standby Instapot cooker, there's a lot of things I cook before I can. There's a lot of things I just can raw. But I like to have options. Now, if I really want to get serious and everything, sometimes I got all 3 of these going. All 4 of them, actually, but all 3 of them cannon. These 3 right here, the Nesco, the Instapot Max, and the Power Pressure XL. But like I said, they all got different features. But I've learned over the years, don't make it hard, make it easy. But my opinion, like I said, you need to have the right machine for the right job. But like I said, I've been doing a lot of pickling, which is I just use a water bath canner. Now I still have to get my big old water bath canner out for my quartz. That's a jar on the end. But if I'm going to can it, I've got the big Instapot, Nesco canner for quartz, the Instapot Max for for pints and half pints, and then the Power deal for half pints. So a lot of times, if I just got 4 going or 8 going, but like I said, sometimes you can stack these over here in Nesco. But I'd advise you if you're gonna buy something that's if you're gonna do all 3 jars or all 4 jars or whatever, you might want to think about the Nesco. Now, but it doesn't tell you how long it's going to be on the inside, but the temperature has to be above 140 to kill the bad bacteria and stuff. But all these 3 will do it. And now if you're going to cook a stew, that's why it gets up there and boiling. That's why this thing here make it safe to eat. I don't eat nothing that ain't cooked and sterilized and proper and using the American Ball Canning Book. But sometimes I add, let's see, this one here. This one here now, this one here, it goes by 5. It don't have a 35, so I put it up to 40. I don't under pressure nothing. I don't over pressure it. But it'll go up to 12, and then set at 12.5. This one here, I can go 5, 10, 15, and all of them will go the length of time. Sometimes time is your best bet. And now the one on the end, you can set it at 10. It's got a deal like the old ones has got. After steam comes up, you set the pressure. And then flip the knob and you're good to go. But like I said, two of these were, well, actually, three of these were presents over the years. Uh, but like I said, I've kept them in good condition. And I'm doing this table here. It's gonna be my canning table, and it's also doubles for my sewing table, and craft table. What else could it double for? My jewelry tables. It's over here piled like heavens. But like I said, get you a good book that will tell. This in here is pretty good. It ain't put out by ball, but it's a good pressure book. And you need to follow the guides of how to can. If you've never canned before, these Instapots and these Neliscos and the Power canners. Now these here is the old standard canners, but they're heavy, they're bulky, and you have to watch them. These here, you can pretty well set them after you follow all the instructions, read your manual. And like I said, they will help you a lot, and that's my theory. But I think everybody should have something to start putting food up. You can freeze dry, you can dehydrate, you can freeze it, you can vacuum seal it, you can do a whole bunch of things to preserve and make food last longer. Before it's canning, like I said, in my old age, I just slide one of these on this table, load it up, and plug it up. And that way I've got whatever I'm canning out of the way. Jellies and jams with a high acid, you can get by with just water bathing. But you get, it's also like it is right here. See, this has got 3 different levels. I always run everything on high. I'd rather over can it than under can it. Over pressure it than under pressure it. Now I know I've watched a lot of videos on people canning at high altitudes. Thank God I don't live at high altitude. I live a little bit, about 1,000 something foot above sea level, which 10 pounds is good, but I'll run it up to 15. But running these, always read your manual. Read every manual that comes with it. Watch a bunch of videos, and they're not as hard to do as you think they are. I will let you go. Remember, I'm giving you a warning to start putting food up and make it easier on yourself. If you could only buy one, I would probably buy the more universal one, because over here on the end, an Esco. But the Instapot Max is just as good for smaller jars, and so is the Power one. This one here you can set for 10 or 15. That one there you can have a 10 or 15. This one here is just permanently set on 12 and a half. And that's it. And they'll all cook stews, roast, slow cook, all that crap. But like I said, I use 3 of them for canning. Now if I want to cook something, I do like this one here. Come slowly in. I like my what they call egg bites. You can put 2 of them in here. Now these lids, a lot of them, they only go on one way. And then this one here is, see, they all come with pressure deals and everything else. So you have to be, there we go. But like I said, get you one. See, this is the old pressure gauges. This is a 10. That green one on there is a 15. And this there it is. It's ready to go. But like I said, get you one and get started. Or get you a pot on top of the stove for water bathing. Get you some water bath canners. And you can get any kind of book you need off Amazon. I think you can still buy these on Amazon. I think 3 out of the 4 were bought on Amazon. That one there's like 3 years old. This one here is last year's Christmas present. That was my Christmas present, and then this one's this year's Christmas present. And like I said, I don't ever get rid of nothing. If it's useful, I use it. I'm going to let you go. Remember I told you start putting food up. Because hunger, boy, there's a lot of hunger all over the world. I will let you go and talk to you later. Have that great day after Christmas. I've got to start canning some, let's see, I did cherry jelly. I've got some more watermelon jelly to do. But I've got 2 turkeys and about a 40-pound ham to put up. So I'll be having these things running probably quite a bit when I start up. What them quart jars are going to be for canning meat. That's what I'm going to do in that quart. I'm going to do meat. Now, if it's just me, I'll do the pints for just one man serving, the pint jars. And that's it. But get you a book. Get you to talk to people that's old, that's done a lot of canning. Look on YouTube. Run samples, see how you're doing. And they'll tell you how to can if you've never canned before. But make it easier on yourselves. These canners are made to use. There's 3 of them here. And like I said, the American canner don't approve any electric canner. But if they're back in the times, they wouldn't approve a cell phone today. That makes you use a landline. I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day.